Alright, to get started with, let's sign into our app.css file. In this video, we're going to be primarily styling the tweet body. So inside our app.css file, in here, let's go ahead and add tweet body. In here, let's go ahead and apply the class 16 font medium, text gray 800, dark mode text wide, and flex shrink. And then for tweet body paragraphs, in here we want to apply a text blue 500 dark, text blue 400, and a hover underline. Inside our tweet here, in our body, we want to go ahead and apply this now. So all we should have to do here is just say, in our anchor tag, which we have just here, we should just be able to go ahead and apply a body in the paragraph tag inside here. So let's call this tweet body, and let's make sure we do that down here as well. So we should end up with something along these lines here, where we now have a hashtag here. So in here you can see we're basically rendering a link here, because that's the link to the tweet we're going to be having. A link here to a hashtag. We could use whatever link we want, but for now let's just use hashtag hello. And if we went in here and essentially wanted to use a mention, we could just say hi Taylor, and we just, but in this case you can see that this then goes to profile/Taylor. Now other things we want to do inside here is inside our entity part, inside entity extractor, we're generating our content here. So let's go ahead and make this a bit better working. First and foremost, let's go ahead and say on both of them. Let's go ahead and see what that looks like now. So now we've added the wire navigate down here as well, which is going to be a bit helpful. And outside of that, that's basically everything we need for our tweet body for now. So the only other thing I want to go ahead and do now is I want to go ahead and create an ability to copy a URL inside our tweet actions. And that's actually rather simple compared to some of the other, just like we did with this Livewire component. Let's go ahead and say php make Livewire components tweets, and then in this case share action. And now let's go ahead and copy and paste here into there. So we just want to say Livewire components tweets, and then share action. Perfect. So let's go into share action. In here, let's make sure we pass through a view public tweet, and let's go ahead and make sure we use the model here. And let's go into share actions here. Perfect. So in here, all we want to do is we want to essentially copy what we had inside retweet actions, except that in this case we and let's copy and paste this SVG. And then we can just go ahead inside our retweet actions, and in here add in a drop down item. let's go ahead and leave it like that and go ahead and see what it looks like. There we go. So all we need to do now is copy the URL. So let's go ahead and do that. So in here, let's have an X data. And I want to go in and pass copy URL. And let's go ahead and say click, in this case, copy URL. Let's look in here as well, making sure that it is, and it didn't. So let's go ahead. I think it's because we need to essentially do it inside the component here. So we need to have a span. Now it's calling the function exit. And let's also, in the meantime as well, go ahead and add an alert function here. So if we go in, just change this around a bit. All right, let's try to fix this issue. So the reason why it's not working is because there's an issue with Arc browser and API here, but it should work if you're not pass through an URL here called xy or xyt clone.test, and then let's put in a treat, and in here we can then say we can retrieve the treat ID here. But let's wait with adding in, leave it like this. However, if it doesn't work, it will now give an error here, and otherwise it will have a catch and try statement here. So that's all for this video. Thank you very much for watching it, and I'll see you in the next